Here we go again. Remember, everything I say is only my thoughts and my opinions. And, well, in fact, I should have them because if you don't agree with my thoughts or opinions, please let me know when I'm wrong because I don't like to be misinformed. Just watched a video. Uh, Kamala got caught on a hot mic and she was talking to a Governor Whitmore or whatever it is. And they were talking about how she's lacking with the men. You know what I mean? And then they realized they were on the hot mic and, oh, we gave away our secrets. We need to, not be ourselves and, bring people on that way with the way we're going to change things. We need to change our whole approach and try and give the men some love so we can manipulate them and get them to vote for us rather than vote for the right things. You know what I mean? Like, that's what a president should be doing. Like, hey, vote for me because these are the things I want to do. But again, my opinion, we live in a satanic world where, you know, I can just, I, it's fucking weird out here. I tell them, like, how do you approach this? Like, I know everybody's like, uh, they got the anti-vaxxers and the vaxxers all hating each other. Ones. How do I explain this properly? It's the truthers. The truthers are the people that are trying to spread awareness of what's actually going on. I don't think they actually understand what's going on with the other side. It's not that they're not loving. I think, well, some of them aren't because they're just sick. But I changed mine some room in my house. Oblivious back there. Oblivious. Not because of this. Oblivious because of fucking Matrix. Like I was saying, they got the vaxxed and the unvaxxed hating each other, thinking the other one's evil. You know what I mean? But even some of the people that are just so resilient to take on the truth and maybe try and figure out for themselves if maybe it wasn't such a good idea. Like, just take a little time. But then you gotta think to yourself, you're like, they don't have time. They just go to work, do their thing, and then they do go and try and get caught up on things on what's going on in the world. And everything's telling them that these people that are actually trying to help them are the enemy. They just want to do whatever they want to do. And if they infect you, then they just don't care. You know what I mean? So they got us so divided because of our own ignorance. Because they fucking feed you your own egos. You're better than them. They weren't willing to do what it took to take care of everybody. They're the enemy. And meanwhile, These people don't know that they're their own worst enemy because these people are actually trying to help them. Say, "Hey," and then now it's just like I see it, they hate each other now, you know what I mean? What happens? What happens when the lights go out and they come back on? No one wants to know the fucking truth in this world, that's the problem. We're not even smart enough to say, "Hey, if our government wants to censor us, there's probably a reason why," you know what I mean? Hey, when people talk, they expose who they are. If the real fascists wanna come out and say that they're fascists, then let them speak so at least they're authentic and we can know who they are and we should say, "Hey, guys, we got our eyes on you. We don't like the way you think, and, well, thank you very much for at least being honest." And then at least you have the choice, you know what I mean? Then you can but no, instead, they censor and tell you who's fascist and who's like, I don't get it. Like, do the American people not remember when Trump was in charge? Was he any sort of fascist? Was there censorship going on when Donald Trump was in office? No, in fact, the thing he deemed fake news went against their own president and backed up Russian collusion shit. So if Donald Trump was such a fucking tyrant, why didn't his fascism he obviously hasn't got a hold of the news then, you know what I mean? Like, I don't I'm trying to see how people aren't getting it. Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. There's no way around it. I don't judge people, but if you want children to this the agenda they wanna allow, that is purely Satan. Like, if you wanna serve Satan, then that's fine. But yeah, I get it. Nobody wants to fucking future, Carl. The future. God is real. He has picked, or maybe we accepted. I don't know which one. I don't care. All I know is I have them. And if you want to tell me it's not possible that there's prophets walking around on this earth right now, then this ain't real. If God could do it then, and you want to tell me you can't do it now, then that might be real ignorance. But then again, to me, we're ignorant on this whole thing anyways. These are these are stories of men who had to overcome everything for God. Can you imagine how much that drove them insane? Like, imagine what Paul went through. Like, I think that's what's that like, it'll drive you insane to have Christ think Christ is in you. And fucking and you see the evil and you've gotta stand up. That's like, nobody gets that out of this. Hey, guys, there's 10 simple fucking rules. They were written down for you to follow. Here's a bunch of stories. Pay attention to them. Guess what else? There's a dude coming to show you the way. Now, what I think people seem to not get out of this thing is that Jesus came to tell you that you're the way. You're the only way to get to God. Only you can do it. You need to have his character and be within the truth. Well, we don't get that. But then again, it was just like that in these days. They didn't get what Christ was saying either. A very select few. E- Even these dudes, they didn't get it. See, I always try and like when I think of Jesus, I always try and put myself in his position. Now, most Christians would say, "That's for me. You're gonna go to hell." Hmm. How can you get to know Jesus if you can't put yourself in his position? See, everybody sees things differently than I do, I think. Like, I'm putting myself in Jesus's shoes, right? He's here to help the world, right? He's trying to convince these people that they're sons and daughters of God. Because here's the deal I don't get. I watched this video with this guy I really like. See, I fear off. I need to have someone to talk to. Can you imagine what Jesus was thinking when he was here? Well, the Bible tells you he was frustrated. He cried. He cried. You know what I mean? It just seemed like he couldn't get through to the people to convince them that they were a Messiah. They were their own Messiah. It was within them to find themselves to know that no man can enslave them. Look at when they the man carried his own fucking cross. Think about what must have been going through his head. He must have been like, what is going on? Why did I fail these people? There's no one backing me up. Why do they hate me so much? Or not believe in me? He even said that. I don't have to die if you fucking believe in me. Like, believe in the truth. And in order to believe in the truth, you believe in yourself. You know thyself. You know what I mean? And then when you know thyself, you recognize the old self and the new self in others. You know what I mean? And I think that's why Jesus said he's coming for separation. But anyways, back to imagining what Jesus was thinking. Like, what they were denying him. His dudes were denying him. Everybody's running around going, Jesus, what? No, I don't know that, dude. Why? Because they all felt like they could lose their lives. We're going to lose something. You know what I mean? It's the same way today. It's amazing what we'll sell ourselves out for. Like, I'm going to take this into a little story on how actual human beings are. Because these little trolls, at least you guys show who you are. You know what I mean? It's not hard. She'll eventually tell me exactly what you think and, well, what you're all about. It's the ones you gotta worry about, the nice ones where everybody thinks they're good people, and then you figure out the hard way. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. You know what I mean? These people, like, I'm telling you guys, the truth is gonna come out, and I'm gonna get to tell my story. And these people that were my friends, that we went to each other's weddings. We had, like, 22-year relationships. Like, the people I put my ass on the line for to save their jobs, and I have proof of it. People who I had to comfort every day because my problem was their problem. You know what I mean? But can I really blame them? It's the same as the vax, you know what I mean? Like, I am vaxxed too, I made that mistake, I had to learn it, but it's just your own ignorance and stupidity to not know if you do the right things, maybe the right things will happen, you know what I mean? Like, I'd face these people, I give you guys their numbers. Anytime you ever you wanted to fucking find out what a terrible human being I am, have at her. Hey, Charlie D, do you think I'm embarrassing myself? Because quite frankly, I think you're fucking yourself. That's what you're doing, Charlie D. You're a loser and you like losing with people like Uncle Will. Uncle Will's gonna have a few brain hemorrhages coming up. So are you, Charlie D. Hey, Charlie, you know why the world's fucked up? Because of pussies like you and Uncle Will who won't do anything. And that pussy up church. Could you imagine having 3 million people to talk to? How much change you could make around the world? And instead you blow out hate. You don't ride the way I do. Get the fuck away from me. Instead of, hey, let's learn from one another. You know what I mean, Charlie D? But you don't like those kind of thoughts because you think it's embarrassing for me. No, but it is embarrassing for me to do this. Then I have to tell grown men whether I'm fucking crazy or not to fucking stand up and fucking do something instead of waiting for a fucking hero. They're coming after your fucking children. What happens if they took Trump out? Huh? What if Trump is the fucking bad guy? Here's the deal, Charlie D. I always look at all things. I don't trust a fucking man. I listen to a motherfucker and I have questions. Here's the deal. If Mr. Trump is so dead on fucking getting rid of the fucking dark shadow or the fucking whatever you want to call it, who's running the shit show around the fucking world, you don't have to be a fucking brainwave to know that fucking Hillary Clinton is part of it. Her husband definitely was friends with Epstein's. There's tons of pictures. I'm guessing he was a frequent flyer. You know what I mean? Those people need to be put in jail. President, ex-president or not. President should look at an ex-president the same way he would with the motherfuckers he's representing. No man should fucking get off. And here's the problem. They're talking about letting Hunter Biden off. Are you fucking for real? Because it sets the precedent. If something ever happens to Donald's sons, then they get a fucking free pass too, right? Let's just keep that precedent going. Hunter Biden is everything Joe Biden used to go after and wanna fucking punish. It's fucking terrible. You people don't even know who represent you. It's fucking a joke. It's a travesty. Hey, Charlie D, this is how stupid. Like, it's not just I'm not picking on America because it's the same entities running the whole fucking shit show, you know what I mean? If you want harm to people, it's the fucking devil or demiurge or whatever the fuck this stupid fucking thing is in people's brains. Who, by the way, is a pussy, Charlie. He just gets powerful with you. You know what I mean? But unfortunate for you, I have this superpower. I see through Satan, Charlie D. Release him. Become a man. Stand up for what's right. Huh, Charlie D? But anyways, back to like, you know what I mean? It shouldn't matter who the fuck you are. You do a crime, you take the same time as the fucking next guy who doesn't have the same amount of money as you. Money should not be able to fucking buy you out of your fucking problems. And whether you've been a fucking president, a prime minister, a fucking chancellor, a fucking janitor, you should have the same fucking power, same fucking rights. But we don't know that because we don't know God. You know what I mean? It's really simple, easy comprehension, but we just can't get it. We can't get it. We shouldn't be around people who don't represent our same ideas and thoughts. We should try and have everybody to the truth. Everybody can have their own opinions and thoughts, but I don't think that we should associate. This is the problem with humans. They want to be part of a group. They want to be part of something bigger than them. You know what I mean? And that's why they never get inside of here to see and know that there's nothing bigger than them other than the Father if they reside in the truth, which for the Christians should be Christ. You have to act Christ-like, but here's the deal. I think Christians got it all mixed up. If Christ comes down here, I hope he does. Solves all our problems, but I think it's within us. You know what I mean? Maybe when there's enough believers, he'll come flying through the sky. Who knows? You know what I mean? But where was I even going with that? The truth should mean something to you, Charlie D. Is the truth we should know who was on Epstein Island because they might be running the world. Is that the truth? Or is that make believe shit that I made up in my head? Hey, Charlie D. Well, here's the problem. There's too many men out there like you and women just like you who just don't give a fuck. And they will never give a fuck until it comes to their door and hits them in the face. And then they're going to run into a whole bunch more Charlie D's who just don't give a fuck because it never happened to them until one day it happens to all of us because we conformed into what you are programmed to do by Satan and his minions. Now, who are Satan's minions, Charlie D? Well, the most unsuspecting characters, I think. Like we went through the whole Dave Grohl thing, right? Dream Widow. Go take a listen to him, bud. You want to? Hey, here's the deal. Look, oh, Swift, Eminem, Leo DiCaprio, Beyonce. Every day the Democratic Party looks more and more like a P. Diddy party.
Oh, oh, okay. Hillary Clinton said that this is a Nazi rally here today.
Should ask the Clintons what they were doing in Libya. Talk about fascism at its best. Should take because that evil dictator there, that one they got rid of there, Omar Gaddafi. You guys should see pictures the before and after Gaddafi. She's amazing. She's probably good pictures. You know what I mean? Anyways, what were we gonna talk? I was gonna. Oh yes, Dave Cruel. We were gonna get into a few little Satanists. One little Satanist, two little Satanists. So two. Yeah. You guys want to pick a song and read some lyrics off? Oh, come on, ye unfaithful. Loser. Dave Grohl is a loser. Dave Grohl, you're a loser. Loser. I'm the baby on the black mass altar. I'm the descendant of the jackal. I'm sick. I'm the child of a blaspheming mother. I'm the warning of a vengeful God. Well, listen, motherfucker. I'm the son of a loving God. And well, if we have the truth, there's nothing your lie can do to us, Satan. Listen, you may be able to get the weak minded, but some of us, David Gruel, we know our own power and we know what happens to you in the end. And in fact, my heart bleeds purple piss for you, bud. She's gonna be a bad time for you. But I'm hoping we can exist to resist. Why resist? Exist to resist. These are the words. But David, why do you want to resist the love, David? Why do you want Satan? And send in the parish sinners and saints. Open your arms, salvation awaits. Well, David, we don't want your salvation, bud. Open your heart to the evil within. Come, all ye unfaithful. Like every Christian needs to get a grip. I don't know what's going on. Dave Grohl, like, doesn't Satan doesn't like the world. That way, David doesn't like the world. And that's because David doesn't love himself. Because if David could learn to love himself, then he'd be in the truth. And if he was in the truth, then the unvengeful God, the God that lets you dictate your own ending, you know what I mean? Hey, it's free will. Was there ever even a tempter? Is what you got to ask yourself. Is Satan even real? Or is he just something that's been made up? I don't know. But in order to be a loving God, kind of give you your free will, right? And in order for you to have your free will, you kind of have the opposite end of the spectrum, right? Here's the problem, though. I think you have to be on the good side of the spectrum to make it into the next movie, the everlasting life. Evan, I don't know. That's what I think. I think you have to be on that truth side of the spectrum because, like, I think Jesus says it. I think the Bible says it. You don't be part way. Either you're in or you're out. At least the motherfuckers who are evil and choose this. At least they know what they're in for. You know what I mean? You guys are just giving it away for nothing. So you're kind of really stupid. Try to figure out what the truth is. Maybe ask God to come into your heart. You know what I mean? Hey, God, send me a message. Is the truth important? And maybe you do your own research and see what's happening to the children around the world and see if, as humanity, we should come together and, well, get Dick Durbin to get that list. And I bet you, it's just a bet. I don't know for sure. Bills are on there. Bill Gates and Bill Clinton. Both those mofos. Now, there's rumors of Richard Branson too. He's got some money, money, money. You know what I mean? Well, we do know that Prince Andrew, like, there we go again. Fucking special people thinking they can treat their families fucking more special than the people that they're supposed to represent, eh? Oh, taking a couple titles away from Andy, and that's Andy's been punished. What would happen to a regular person if that happened? Well, it's coming to the point where nothing really. You know what I mean? Those are the people that are letting out of jail. Not really a threat. It's not really their fault. You know what I mean? It's the way they were born. No, it's the way we allow them to be because there's no fucking punishments for anything. And it's way too fucking easy to cover a fucking lie. You know what I mean? Especially if you're a rich bitch like fucking Bill Gates. Can you imagine? Like, you gotta give them credit to keep this going on for as long as they have. Kudos to them. Like, they'd say, like, The Secret and stuff like that is just to think it. Those boys know how to work it. Trust me, they're working hard, I bet. They're working real hard. We've got them all fooled. We got them. We got them. We got them. Until they find out the sons of gods and daughters of gods are human. Oh, they're fucked. You know what I mean? But it all depends. That's the thing. God wins in the end. Does that mean everybody wins? I don't think that's what it means. I think God wins because those who choose God are the ones that deserve to be with God. Why would you want things that don't want to be with you? Well, like, why? Why? Like, we, like, that's what I think. This is a warning. I think this is a warning. Like, something's going to happen. There's going to be a warning, and there's going to be like, hey, peoples, we can get our shit together. Or that's what I think. I don't know, though. You know what I mean? We could do all this work and then, well, solar flash could happen and it'd be all in vain. And, but then again, maybe some souls would be saved because they'd actually just want to figure out what the truth is. See, here's the thing is, I think I know, I've known for a while kind of what God kind of has planned, you know what I mean? But I don't really know for sure. Just my portion. But then again, I think there's others out there working too, you know what I mean? If you think I'm special. See, all these people are saying, oh, we gotta strike, we gotta shut down the world. And we just need to do something where, the truth kind of unravels on the double stools right to us. You know what I mean? You just got to find that way. And I thought I found that way in the Dick Durbin way, but nobody wants to contribute. Nobody wants, I don't know, like, if you guys followed my TikTok, you would have seen that. I did do a video. It didn't go over well. I think I got 1 like, 1 share. The but it wasn't the whole point of it was I didn't want the shares. I wanted people to make their own videos because I think that that's what the message that I'm here to give is that you need to be your own superhero. You need to protect your children. You know what I mean? Not just inside of the house, but outside of the house. You need to pay attention to what people are saying, you know what I mean? When a dark, evil lord says, "I've penetrated the Canadian cabinet," you should take him seriously, especially when all the businesses like BlackRock and Vanguard and DuPont and all these motherfuckers, they're all signed up with this person. That means they have some say that they should not say in our countries, you know what I mean? Why does Christia Freeland work for them and we just allow it? No, no, no. Here's the deal. Here's the deal. Like, I'm gonna speak frankly, and like, I think Justin Trudeau's an evil, twisted, fucking son of a bitch. And anybody who does an investigation and maybe can find out he's even from a shitty fucking bloodline. You know what I mean? But he's gonna have to pay for all his stupidity and witchery and whatever he's got going on. So what was I gonna say about that little I don't know. I'm draining all my energy. I'm just trying to give her a I got nothing left in the tank. I don't like I'm trying to still like like how can my family be so fucking dense? How can you not have a conversation? How can I fucking feel bad if I have to go and try and help other people if I am chosen? Why would I stick around with people that I was right in fucking front of me and fucking couldn't give two fucking shits? Called me a crazy fucking lunatic, but wouldn't listen as to why I thought the way I was thinking. To me, that's the crazy. I think they drove me crazy. But I always, I have to explain that whole different other conversation. Some fucking Carl Jung, fucking samurai, fucking Jedi bullshit I had to do, but I don't know. Here, just guys, I am not ashamed to say I love Jesus Christ. And Christ is my Lord and Savior. But that's only because I choose him. I have to meet him halfway. And then he's there to come on, mother trucker. It's Mickey on your shoulder. Get up, pussy. Anyways, he said to them, all too well you reject the commandment of God that you may keep your tradition. For Moses said, honor your father and your mother, and who curses father or mother, let him be put to death. Now, I don't think that means in the physical sense. I think they put themselves to death in the spiritual sense. I think maybe there comes a time where you just got to do a cleanup of the virus. You know what I mean? But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the virus always has to be there. I don't know. Maybe there's just a, well, they say Satan was a son of God. He would have to be he was an angel, right? The most beautiful one. And he loved music. Does he love Beyonce? Lady Gaga? The big question on my mind is, does Satan love Love, love, love Taylor Swift and the influence she can have on setting Satan free and all those little Swifties. Because I don't know if it's Taylor Swift that's got my wife's brain blocked from wanting to just search for herself other than, well, I hope I hope team I hope like there's no fucking way. Like I said with my wife, like this is the thing, I get myself in trouble. I say this, if Taylor Swift was any sort of woman, she would be protecting women's sports. She could do it so diplomatically, but she won't even fucking do it. Hey, trans women, I love you. I do, I do, I do. And I think we need to get you your own little own little teams. You guys can compete against each other. It'll be wonderful. But please, it's not fair that you're going against actual women, okay? Let's just stop that. But we can't even fucking like this is simple common sense. And nobody else anyways. And then you got fuck stains like Charlie D going, Carl, why do you insist embarrassing yourself? It's a good question. There's a lot of people quitting. A lot of people down on the internet that say they're trying to help people. This guy named Adrian the Realist. He just left TikTok. It's got too tough for him, I guess. It's one of the people I tried talking to. I'll tell you guys from my perspective what happened. So we messaged back and forth, not too much because I don't do well with text. You know what I mean? But so we agreed to have a phone call. And I called him and I tried painting this picture for him. You know what I mean? And he wouldn't. So that way, like Trump says he does the weave. I like try and like paint a picture, like get you to have a thought. And then I wanna kind of get into how I got. So I say to him, I say, I think I'm having an experience. Do you believe in your culture? Well, his answer was yes. So I'm like, I'm trying to like paint that picture for him so he can get an understand. But every time I try and say something, he'd like stop me and he'd be, but women. And I'd be like, well, I'm trying. I'd be like, "Uh, dude, I got like 7 women on the go right now. And like, and I'd be like, yeah. And then I like try to explain a problem that was going on between me and my because I was trying to paint the picture to him that I was being wrongfully put into the hospital against my will. And I wanted to explain my way through the system, and I thought that was a good way to start. And he's just like, "Well, you can't trust women, you just gotta leave." And I'm like, "Dude, I'm in a really bad situation, like, if I explain it to you, you'll understand." But he wouldn't, he just so it got to the point where I couldn't even talk to him because he was so proud of the 7 women he was banging, you know what I mean? I mean, each their own, you know what I mean? So I left him. I said, "Listen, I'll just text you." I said, "I don't wanna fucking I don't wanna chase you. I don't wanna you're not letting me talk." You know what I mean? You wanna talk about banging 7 women and how she should just I don't fucking know. But anyway, so so, you know what I mean? So, I think Adrian fucked up. See, because here's the thing, I listen to people, you know what I mean? I just don't come out and say, "I think you're stupid," or this or that without having reasons to, you know what I mean? So, throughout my spiritual awakening, one thing I've known, and I'm not gonna try and hide it because the world paints the wolf as a fucking bad thing, and I'm with the wolf, you know what I mean? 100%, my heart knows it. A lone wolf even. But anyways, so he's talking about these visions that he's had where he's gonna be on the big stage with a wolf and a bear. So I even on TikTok, I try and in his comments, try and fucking say, "Hey, bud, don't let that wolf get away." You know what? And I'm saying all this fucking shit. He don't fucking get it. Not, "Hey, bud, do you wanna elaborate?" Like, "Hey, obviously," you know what I mean? For everybody, not just himself, for everybody. Inspiring others. He wants to lead the way. You know what I mean? Like that Apollo guy. And I'm not just saying that because he's a bit of an attention whore. You gotta listen to people because, like, maybe remember that ray gun or whatever, that break dancer or whatever? He's like, "Oh, she's so smart." So, like, dude, that was so on purpose. That was almost fucking embarrassing. I watched street dancers who outperformed that fucking person in a heartbeat. That is a mockery of something they're supposed to be bringing in as an elite sport. That was a fucking joke, and the breakdancing community should have been fucking all over it, and instead, if you say something like that, you're hurting Reagan's feelings, even though she asked for the fucking attention, because that's what she fucking got, exactly what she wanted, but you can't tell people, "Hey, you humiliated that fucking sport. How in the fuck did this even happen?" It's a travesty. Instead, it's the world's fucking joke. Because we'd rather live in a lie, a fantasy of somebody fucking doing good when they're not. It's all sorts of weird. See, my mind is see, I'm scared for people. I honestly do. I think this is the Great Awakening, and people are fucked. But if they listen and they just come together, I don't think it has to be fucked. Like, we could just in case it might not, we could come together and fucking say, "Hey, Donald Trump, anybody who's part of that fucking shadow government can fucking go to jail. Listen, if the ex-president killed a whole bunch of fucking people because of weapons of mass destruction, and it turns out there weren't any, but a lot of money was made, that motherfucker should be in jail." Like, what do you like, and you think Bush would want jail. This is the thing. You guys don't understand. We should be doing these fucking shit turds a big fucking favor. Telling them we don't want them fucking hurt. And please, when you find out there's a God, don't fucking hurt. Don't end it. Suffer through this. It's the only way. You know what I mean? But this is what I think. You have to humiliate, you have to humble these people. You have to give them exactly what they wanted for us. That's why I say the reality show. You'll have a reality show with all these ding dongs. You know what I mean? You never know. Listen, I'm telling you, once people find out there's a God, they'll be auditioning for this fucking reality show. They'll be lined up at the jail. Going, please humble me. Please, 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 please. I want another chance. Let me get my just dues. I'll spend my life in this jail entertaining fucking showing people how to fucking find Christ. Holy moly. Or the truth, whichever way you want to do it. You know what I mean? I think there's many different, like, I tell you the truth. You know what I mean? Yeah, I find out and change my mind, I'm not right one day, you know what I mean? But I have a real keenness towards the Indians, you know what I mean? Like, the natives, I I don't think they were missing heaven. Because they didn't know about Jesus, you know what I mean? I think they knew about truth and honor, being a warrior, doing the right things, fucking celebrating your creator. You know what I mean? They were probably living by those stuff in the native culture. Hey, like, whoever's watching, did you know they were banging aliens? Little star children. Star children here, star children there, star children everywhere. Humans and aliens. Getting her on apparently. Making star children. Oh, what do you guys think? You guys into that sort of stuff? What do you think? Hmm? You think there's aliens? I'd love to get into a chat with somebody about aliens because some pretty interesting things to say, but pretty interesting things to show too. Nothing big. Nothing, nothing, nothing more than what. Anyways, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go, and everybody have a good day. The one person who's watching, I'm gonna go and try and struggle to find my freaking headphone. Okay, I gotta go. Have a good day.